Hi guys, Juice here. I am here to film a new video for you guys today. Today I am going to film my unread Owlcrate books. Now I believe these are all the books that I got from off my TBR shelf. I don't know if I'm missing any. If I am, future me would edit it in and put this at the end of the video. So today's video is kind of inspired by my friend Lori. She did this, or she wanted to do this for her channel as well, and I asked her if I can take her idea and do it on my channel as well, and we might have a few in common, so I'm really excited to do that, and hopefully we can buddy read some of these. Now the first stack of books that I have here are unread sequels from Owlcrate that they did in the past. For example, they did the Gilded Wolves in the past in like 2018, and I had the Owlcrate edition, so now I have the regular edition of The Silver Serpent by Rashani Chakshay. This is a sequel and follow-up novel to the Gilded Wolves, so this is an unread sequel that I have on my TBR shelf. I also want to do a video for that this month, is showing you all the sequels / series that I want to complete in 2021, so maybe I'll do that next. I have a whole list of videos right here on my whiteboard. I'll take a picture of it and show you guys after the video. But I am so excited to hopefully jump into this book sometimes in 2021. I was actually thinking of rereading the first book and then jumping into the sequel. I was gonna reread it in September with the Booksplosion crew, but I didn't have enough time to, so I'm gonna push my reread back to 2021 and then hopefully like it the second time around, because the first time around I think I give it like a 3.5 out of 5 stars when I first read it. So this is the first book on the list. Move those out of the way. The next unread sequel I have, I've been talking non-stop on my channel, and that is Ironheart by Nina Valarila. This is a sequel / follow-up novel to Cries, which you guys know I read and love Cries. I gave Cries a 4 stars. It wasn't quite a 5-star read for me, but it's like one that I will mention in my honorable mention list for my favorite books of 2020, which is also coming this month. Tons of videos coming, I swear. I'm so excited to film all of these, and hopefully iMovie would work with me. This is this follow-up and sequel to Cries. I just mentioned that twice in this video. I read Cries back in September and I really loved it, so I did started this as soon as I got my copy in the mail, but I don't know why I never finished it. Probably because this is the sequel / finale to the Cries duology, so kind of sad there's only 2 books in the series, but I also can't wait to jump back into this world. I will definitely be restarting this sometimes in 2021, so this is another series I want to wrap up. That's not what this video is for today, but just might as well show off the sequels first. Then I have Queen of Vaults by Amanda Foody. This is the 3rd and final book in the Shadow Game trilogy. I read Ace of Shades this year finally. Ace of Shades is the first book. King of Fools is the second book. I love King of Fools the most out of the 2 books that I read so far. Ace of Shades was a little bit slow for me, but again, it was like the world building, and like I talked about my thoughts and feelings, I believe, in my July wrap up, if I remember correctly. But again, I started this sequel earlier this year and I just never finished it. I am like 80 pages into this one and I never finished it for some reason, probably because I'm scared to wrap up the series. But I can see why Emma from Emma Books loved this whole trilogy, because I loved what I read of the first 80 pages, but then I didn't continue for some odd reason. The next book that I have is a sequel / finale to the Mirage duology, I believe, and that is Court of Miracles by Simonia Dodd. This is the same author who wrote Mirage, obviously. I read Mirage this year, actually. It was a 2018 pick. I can't remember what month it was, though. If you know the month of Mirage, let me know down below. I know Mirage was a 2018 pick. That's all I know. But I am so excited to read this one. I actually had an e-arc of this from NetGalley for quite a while now, and it's super short, so I don't know why I haven't read it yet, but I definitely want to wrap this series up in 2021. Next unread sequel I have is the Camelot Betrayal by Kirsten White. This is a sequel / follow-up novel to Guinevere Deception, or Guinevere Deception. I forgot how to say it correctly. I love the Guinevere Deception. I gave it like a 4-star read. It was amazing. I read it in like 2 days. Super fast paced, and it's a King Arthur's retelling. They switch people, I guess. I forgot the word, but they switched like roles. Like instead of it being a male person in the role, it's a female person, so they swap roles. And I really enjoyed the first book, so I'm excited to see where the sequel takes off from, and to see how much world building and character dynamic is in here. And I'm just excited to get to this. This was on my December TBR, but I don't know if I will get to this or not. But I do have the audiobook from Audible, so I can listen to it whenever I am ready for it. Ah! That happened right on camera. So I'm going to squeeze you over there, put you behind me. And then the last unread sequel that I have from Owlcrate is Queen of Ruin by Tracy Banhart. This is a sequel / finale to the Grace and Fury duology. I read Grace and Fury this year or last year. I can't remember. The years are blending in. But this is another unread sequel that I want to read in the year of 2021. And another series that I would like to wrap up sometime next year. Know nothing about this one, just that it's the follow-up novel to Grace and Fury, which blew me away. I was shocked by how much I was loving that book, and yeah, I can't wait to pick up the sequel sometime soon. And then going on to this big stack of Owlcrates that I have unread. So on top we have Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. This is a spin-off series to the Raven Boys, and I really love the Raven Boys. I wrapped that series up 2019 or 2018. I can't remember when I wrapped that series up, so I was really excited for this one. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I'm actually planning on reading this next month for the Buzzword Challenge, which I will explain more in my January TBR. But the buzzword for the month of January is dream, and the series, even though dream's not in the title, on the spine it says the Dreamer Trilogy, Book 1, so Dreamer counts as dream, obviously. So I will be reading this finally in 2021. I think this might be my first read of 2021. I haven't decided yet. That's always like nerve-wracking for me to pick my first read of each year. Next book is the first book in a series, and that is Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. I read a book by Elizabeth Lim early this year. It was the reflection novel from the Twisted Tales series, and I really enjoyed it. I loved her writing. It was super fast-paced, and I could just picture the whole like Mulan setting. So I'm really excited to read this one now. And the sequel to this came out this year, I believe, so I haven't picked up the sequel yet because I haven't read this first book yet. So I'm going to try and read the first book sometimes in 2021, and hopefully it would be off my TBR by the end of 2021 when I check in 2022, which is going to be wild if I stay on booktube that long. Next book is the first book in a series, and that is Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. This sequel is also out already. I forgot what it was called. All I know is that it came out this year. And so this has been on my shelf the longest, and this next book has. This was a 2018 pick, and I'm so, like, embarrassed, kind of. Just because, like, I thought I would love this, but I haven't. I tried to read it and couldn't get into it, so maybe I'll try and read it in 2021 since I got more into sci-fi this year. Also, these purple edges, yes. And also, I have another book by Ashley Poston on my pile right here, so we're real excited to talk about that one as well. But this is a sci-fi and set in space. The tagline says, "A girl without a past, a boy without a future." Dun dun dun. But yeah, I don't know much about this except what the tagline is. On the back it says outcast, rogue, orphan, and rebel. So sounds super awesome. It sounds like Illuminate and Star Wars mixed together, so I can't wait to read this sometime soon. Next is, like I said, was one of my older picks for the month for Owlcrate, and that is Amber and Dusk by Lyra, Celine. I don't know how to say her name properly, but this cover is really gorgeous. But like, I didn't know anything about this book at all. Like, I didn't even knew it was coming out. I didn't even knew what it was about. And so when it came out and it came in my Owlcrate box for one of the month of December's, I was like, oh, okay, it sounds interesting. It says, I dreamed of this impossible world on a sunset flight, but despite the speculation, intoxicating beauty, I kept catching glimpses of her waiting impatiently in the dusk for someone to tell her a story. A girl with fire in her heart and strange colors in her soul. That was the first paragraph in the author letter from Lyra, Celine. I believe the sequel for this one is also out, so maybe I'll just do like a month of where I just read first books of Owlcrates, and then that next month I'll read the sequels. I don't know if you guys want that as a reading vlog, let me know. But yeah, know nothing about this one, just that it's my Owlcrate unread book. So sorry I don't have great summaries, but the next book is a very popular classic, and I don't really read classics, so I might unhaul this, and that is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. This is the like new Penguin classic edition that Penguin, I'm not sure if it's Penguin Teen or Penguin, it says Penguin Horror on the front right here. So I don't know if it's Penguin Teen that does this, but like they had a set of creepy like thriller covers, and I actually wanted one of the other stories instead of this one, because I think in each box you got a different story, or it was the same story, I can't remember. But I just know I'm not really into classics that much. This is a horror novel, and I've been getting into like mystery thrillers / horror, so maybe I will read this sometimes in 2021, or even in December if I have time to sneak it in. But yeah, this one I'm not sure about. I think I might not read this. I might just unhaul it. So if anyone wants this copy, let me know. The next book is my newest book. This was in the month of November, so if you don't want to know what last month was, just skip forward real quick, and that is Among the Beasts and Briars by Ashley Poston. I was telling you guys there was another book by Ashley Poston coming. This copy of this book has been on my Amazon wish list forever. Ever since I saw the cover revealed earlier this year, I was like, yes, add it to my cover immediately. I can't wait to read this. This sounds amazing. It's like either a first book in a series or it's a standalone novel. I can't remember. But the author letter says, hello, Among the Beasts and Briars is very special to me. I wrote it when I was lost in a way you feel in the center of your stomach hollow and hungry. But then I met Circeus and Fox, and we found our way out of the woods together. I hope you fall in love with Fox, and I hope you find a piece of yourself in Cyrus. But most of all, I hope that wherever life takes you, like a dandelion tuft on the wind, you will find a place called home, where you can put your roots and bloom. Happy reading. Aww. It's just such a sweet letter. Also, another stunning book with end pages. Also, that's not all, people. I didn't know this until someone commented on my unboxing for the month of November. But look at this gorgeous art. I didn't realize there was artwork on the back until someone commented it on my video that I did for the November box. But yeah, this is one of my like highly anticipated reads for 2020, and it came out towards the end of 2020, but I'm still super excited for this. I will be reading this in the month of January as well. Another book that I just got this month, and the shipping for this took a while just because everything is kind of crazy in the world, and that is How the King of Elfham Learned to Hate Stories by Holly Black. This is my first time showing this off in a video, so look at this gorgeous teal. I love it. This also has a beautiful end pages that Owlcrate keeps killing every single year with these end pages. This book has a beautiful naked hardcover on the front as well. And then there's also artwork on the dust jacket from Owlcrate. It's super cool. And yeah, this is set in the Folk of the Air trilogy by Holly Black, obviously. And I love the trilogy, but I didn't really love Queen of Nothing. That was my least favorite book of the whole year. Spoiler alert for my disappointing reads of 2020. But I'm hoping I will love this one, and this is also on my December TBR. Next book that I have is a standalone novel that sounds really awesome and has been sitting on my shelf ever since I got it. And that is Four Dead Queens by Astrid Schultz. I know nothing about this one. I know it sounds very similar to Three Dark Crowns. I know I tried to read this one as well before and just couldn't get into it. I got like 5 chapters into this book according to my bookmark. Let's see. I don't like it when the authors write in cursive. I can read cursive, but it's like very hard for me to make it out. You are invited to Cordovia, a nation divided into districts, regions, ruled by 4 very different queens governing from the same court together, yet apart. I was inspired to write a fantasy novel with a predominantly female court with strong, complex queers who are supportive of each other. It was important that each queen had their own voice and her own stories, her own wants and dreams. So yeah, I forgot this was a LGBT novel as well, so I'm kind of glad I refreshed my mind about this. Sorry if that was like really awkward for me to read out loud, but I really hate reading in cursive. Way off topic, but I believe this is Astrid Schultz's debut novel too, so congrats. This has been out for quite a few years now, I think, since 2018 if I'm not mistaken, or 2019. 2019, so it's been out for a year, so awesome job. But yeah, I haven't heard anyone talk about this since it came out in 2019, so that's all I know about it. The next book is one of my newer Owlcrates, and that is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novak, the first book in Lesson of Skullmance's series. I'm not sure how long the series will be. I haven't read anything by Naomi Novak yet either, so I'm really excited to dive into this one, and hopefully I will love it. This edition has no dust jacket on it. It has a gorgeous yellow or orange, I can't tell. Literally, I put it in my yellow and orange shelf on my TBR pile. Look at this gold pages. And then also these end pages, by the way, are gorgeous as well. And then there's a ribbon, a bookmark ribbon right here that you probably can't see, but there's a ribbon right there, and I'm so excited to read this. This is one of my newer edition from Owlcrate. This is one of their like special edition, like limited edition boxes, what they call them. And so this is a first book in a fantasy series, and I love fantasy, as you can tell from all these books. Next I have is one of my most anticipated read of 2020, and I'm so excited that Owlcrate was able to do a special edition box for this. And if you saw my unboxing of my Owlcrate special edition box, you would know, because this lovely calendar was in it. Also, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is in this box. I love this box. As you guys saw on my channel, I freaked out as soon as I opened it. This is a book that I'm going to do a reading vlog for, so I'm real excited to do that. I'm hoping to read this in 2021. This might be my first book for 2021, so I'm like super excited. I've been hearing nothing but amazing things about this book. I wanted to put this on my 5-star prediction, but I never did. So I'll definitely make a 2020 new releases that I think will be 5-star reads for you guys if you guys want that. But this is another stunning edition. It's no dust jacket again. And then it's published by Tor. And then the back has this beautiful quote. It says, "Never pray to the gods that answers after dark." Oh, amazing quote. There's a ribbon in here again. End pages are on point. And then, let's see. Signed by V.E. Schwab. There was no letter from V.E. Schwab, which I'm kind of sad about because I wanted to like hear her thoughts and ideas of how she came up with this book. Because this is a very interesting and very dark novel to read, just because this is about a girl named Lyra, and she goes into like this bookstore one day, and like there's this guy that remembers her, but like she made a deal with the devil or something, and the devil was like, "Oh, you can't be remembered for the rest of your life. If you do, you die," or something like that. I'm not sure if that's like the correct summary, but that's what I've been hearing from everyone else in the booktube world, and I've just been seeing it all over my Instagram. And also, congrats to Miss V.E. Schwab, because she is one of the finalists for the best book from the Book of the Month website, which I'll leave down below so you guys can go vote. I voted for this even though I haven't read this book yet, but I'll definitely be reading this in the month of January to start off my 2021 year right. So I'm really looking forward to this, and also look forward to my reading vlog that I am going to do for this book. Next book I have is one of my pretty Owlcrate editions, and that is Star Daughter by Shivate Tehuhikiwa. I so butchered that. I'm so sorry. That's why I don't say authors' last names. Star Daughter is a sci-fi set in space, and I am so excited because I've been wanting to read more sci-fi this year, so this came in my possession very perfectly, and I am super happy with the cover. I think it was done by Charlie Bowater again, who I love. Let's see. Yeah, Charlie Bowater, who I love the covers. I actually think they did the next book that I'm going to show you. But look at these purple edges. We love purple edges. All I know, I'm going to read you the Owlcrate letter. It says, "Star Daughter is a fairy tale I've always wanted, a blend of stardust and born confused, a lush lyrical story about a brown girl like me that features lots of delicious Hindu mythology. I stuff it pages with magical night markets, deep friendship, cute boys who makes bad puns, and girls who never give up." Like, I'm sold already just by that first paragraph. But yeah, I'm so excited. I didn't hear much about this one throughout the year of 2020 until Owlcrate started talking about it. So thank you, Owlcrate, so much for having not only me, but like a lot of other people discover person of color authors, and hopefully we can all diverse our reads next year. The next book I have is another book that I am super excited to have. It's a first book in a duology. The sequel comes out January or February. I can't remember exactly. I'm going to guess February because I didn't saw it on my list of January books that I saw tonight. And that is Cries Moon by Catherine Purdy. This, like I said, is the first book in a duology. The author letter, if I can find it. I forgot that I covered it up by the slap. The author cover said, or the author letters, if I can speak tonight, says, Bone Crier Moon is a reimagining of Les Dream Blanche in the French folklore, woman in white who kill men who refuse to dance with them on bridges. I call them bone criers, and in my mind, they are part of a monarchy society that performs certain rituals according to the phases of the moon. The moon and the woman here always had a powerful connection in mythologies. Most moons deities are female, and the moon are also represented in loves and beauty and the cycle of birth and death. That's why my bone criers are charged with firing I believe, fearing the dead into the afterlife, and why they asked to sacrifice their soulmates in order to prove their loyalty to the gods. This is a tale of star-crossed lover and revenge and bone magic, but at its deepest level, it's a story, an unwavering sisterhood, and the mystical light from the moon and stars that unites them from the night havens. I hope you enjoy it. That was also very hard to read because, like I said, again, it is written in cursive. But this is another stunning edition, and also Charlie Bowater did make this cover. Like, love, 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 and also these gold. I don't know if these are gold or like dirty brown. I don't know the color for this, but at first I didn't love it, but now that I see it on camera, I'm like, yeah, it looks really cool. So this is one of the Unread Owlcrate books that I have. And then getting down to the last 3 Owlcrate books that we have one of my newest one is Legend Morn by Tracy Dion. Tracy Dion is a debut novel, so congratulations to Tracy Dion for putting your book out in the world. This sounds really amazing. This, I hear, if you love the Mortal Instruments and Mad Max Fury Road or something like that, you would definitely love this. I love the Mortal Instruments the most out of those 2 combinations. This sounds really amazing. It says, I am thrilled to invite you to Legend World. This is a hidden realm of secrets and magic, but also a world that could exist right beside us. In some ways, it already does. When the story begins, Bree is grieving her mother. And just as I did when I lost my own mother, she asked, why? Well, when I couldn't find the answer, I did what writers do. I wrote one. That was the beginning of Legend Lords. The legend of King Arthur have always been my favorite because of the magic, swords, love triangles, and sorcery. Or sorcerers, obviously. I knew I wanted to contribute my own stories and write about a group of teens warrior navigating through family legacies. I hope that when you read stories, you see something of yourself reflected back, whether it's in your own journey with loss, your love for legends, or your love, or your secret wishes to wield magic against the forces of evil in this world. Welcome to the round table, friends. So I didn't realize that this was a King Arthur retelling. That's really amazing. That's why I always read the author letters, so I know what they're about and you guys know what they're about. But yeah, this is super exciting. I can't wait to read this. I definitely want to read this in 2021. And also, I think the sequel comes out in 2021 anyway, so that would be cool if I do get to it before the sequel comes out. The second to last book that I have is Incendiary by Zadoria Cadavio. This is a first book in a new series. The sequel comes out in August. This author letter said, when I was a kid, I wanted 2 things, magic powers and a date with an angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Neither of those things came true, alas, but I did find I had a superpower no one could take away from me. Stories. Every time I set off to create a world or a character, I think of the girl I used to be, the kid I still am in some ways. I write books for her, a strange magical adventure with complex heroes, a morally gray love engine, and non-stop intrigue and action. That's the story I set out to tell when I first envisioned that opening chapter of Incendiary. And that's the end of the letter. So yeah, it sounds really amazing, all the things that I love, and this is a book that I heard nothing but amazing things about before and after the book came out. So I can't wait to read this. I'm hoping I would get to this before the sequel comes out. And then the final book that I have in the stack finally is Where Dreams Descend by Janella Engels. I don't know how to say your last name properly. I'm so sorry. This is a first book in a new series as well. I think this might be a trilogy, but I'm not too sure. But look at this pretty cover. There's no dust jacket on this either. The back says, the stage is set, the spectacles await. The funny thing about this book, though, from Owlcrate, or at least I thought it was funny, was that Owlcrate put this in the month of June for this year. This book was supposed to originally come out in the month of June, but then it got pushed back to like August, I think, because of COVID. So they got pushed back to August, which kind of sucks because this is a debut novel. But luckily, Wednesday Books was nice enough to Owlcrate's telling Owlcrate that it's okay that they can send their book out early. So we got this a couple months early, and I still haven't read it yet. I did started it, and I like what I read of it at the time, but I just didn't finish it for some reason. So this is another 2021 book that I want to read sometime next year. So yeah, there you have it. That is a lot of unread Owlcrate books. I don't know how many that is. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Did I do that on purpose? I don't know. So that was 21 books unread from Owlcrate. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry this is such a long video for you guys, but I am just talkative tonight, so I wanted to film a video for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. I believe last I checked we were almost at 130 subscribers, so thank you so much if you are sticking around for that. Let me know which of these books I should read first in the month of 2021. I'm thinking it's either Call Down the Hawk, Where Dreams Descend, or Adiluru. I'm not sure which of those 3 books. Let me know which of those 3 books I should read first, or if I should read something totally different from this list, and I'll be really excited to see what you guys think of that down in the comments below. Just talk to me down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you have a great day or night, and I'll talk to you guys with another video very, very soon. I am so tired. Thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.